in any Sweet 16 where I had beef with people, sometimes when we was doing Sweet 16s or whatever the case was, groups of kids growing up who, because of what the streets is teaching them or because of what they're learning from other people, that was the case.
I don't care where you're from. I don't care who you don't like. I don't care what it is that you have placed in your head that you cannot do because of who's a part of it. Lessons and learning ends the day that you're taken off of this planet.
No, I ain't crying. I'm good. Just because there's a bunch of dudes around. I've been a dad now for 2 years. It's a different world when the child is in your everyday life. It's a different world. How we talk to our kids, how we interact with our kids, the attention that it requires to raise a child is unbelievable.
I completely agree with that, man. How are you, sir?
I'm good. I am keeping myself busy.
Yeah.
Trying not to gain too much weight during quarantine or whatever you want to call it, or people staying home because,
Brother, listen, I get it, man. Listen, I gained some weight. Gained some weight. It's true what they say. Once you stop doing what you love and once you stop being active, it takes a toll on your body, man.
Yeah, it does. It does.
It takes a toll on your body. I had to jump back in it. You know what I mean? And like really start working out again. Start running. Start moving around. Start dancing even in the house.
Yeah.
Because me sitting there was just the pounds was adding on, man.
Yeah. It's tough. I got into doing like keto diets and stuff last year because I was up to like a weight that I had never seen before, and I was up to, I don't know, over 200 pounds or whatever, and then keto helped me bring it down. But it's like between dieting and staying active, you'd be surprised how quickly you can put weight on if you're not doing anything or eating the wrong stuff or, So,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
I ain't no spring. But when I was in my 20s, it was easy to lose weight. Now I'm like...
now it piles on and sits there, man.
Yeah.
It piles on and sits there. Yeah. All right, man. So, JDoveProductions.
Oh, man.
Talk about it. You got in when you was like, what, 12?
I got in at 12, man. 12 years old. Cecily Sweet 16. Brooklyn, New York.
Yes. Cecily Sweet 16, man.
Cecily Sweet 16. I was 12. It was the first time I had met a lot of my cousins. I was, I knew some of the ones that was involved in it, but I met a lot of people, and it became something to do. I mean, you 12. Usually at that age, if you're not playing sports, your parents are finding a way to keep you busy. They gotta get you with something.
Right.
Moms, it was saying yes to everybody and anybody who asked me. And we were from there.
Yo.
So that's when we started. What was that, 2001, I think, was Cecily's? Am I right?
Cecily's was, 2001 or 2002.
2001. You know how I remember? Because there was 5 in 2002 that I was involved in.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And then my sister's was in 2002, so Cecily's was the year before. That's correct.
Yeah. So
2001. 2001.
I was 12 or 13, yeah.
Wow.
So that was my beginning with JDove.
Okay. How was that for you? Talk about like the first rehearsal and how you felt then.
I mean, I had done Sweet 16s before as a little kid. I think Cecily's was, let me see. I did one when I was probably like 5. So the whole walking in and that whole situation, I understood. I knew what you had to do. But I had in my life seen choreography if it was in a music video. Everything I knew about choreography was like professionals doing it on TV. I didn't know regular people did choreography. So it was a different world for me. It was like, you can learn steps and dance as a group and make something come together. That was the first time I had saw it in that kind of element. So, the first day I pulled up over there at Cecily's house and I'm thinking, I'm going to see Ceci, see a couple people, and that's it. And, when I started getting into, stretching and making sure we were, loose enough to do some of the steps we needed to do, you wanted to make sure nobody pulled a hamstring or something.
Correct.
that's when I was like, oh, okay, this is like a, you know, like something that's gonna keep us in shape also. Okay, cool. So I learned how to dance, I learned how to stretch, blah 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 blah. Cool, all right, this works out. So that was kind of my first reaction to it. And then, you know, I was one of the ones who was able to catch on really quickly. So I started to see what it was. You know, I was 12, but I was learning a lot faster than I thought I could. You know, so it was seeing what the image, what the idea was of, you know, guys do a dance a certain way, girls do a dance a certain way, both do a dance together, you know, to make it look like a whole production was when that's the first time I was able to see that in action. And it was great, man. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. And that's probably why I wound up doing 29 or 30 or 5, whatever. I don't know. You know?
Oh man, yo, you were. How many Sweet 16s were you in? I know it's over 21.
I think it is 21. I think it was 21.
Okay.
That was
about 21.
And I'm pretty sure if we look in the Guinness Book of World Records, that there's probably nobody who had a record. So I maybe should apply now that I think about it, because I might be able to Book of World Records.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was 21. From if I count my earliest ones till I think the last two when I was like 19. So, you know,
team, was that the last one I pulled you in?
It was Daisies and
Daisies.
Daisies.
I had to pull you in for Daisies. I had to pull you in for Maddie's.
And Maddie's, yeah.
Because people dropped out.
Yep.
You dropped out the last minute, which you had 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Rehearsing to catch everything.
Ridiculous, man.
And you did it, man. You did it. You did it.
Yeah. I mean, at that point, I was, you know, you had already pulled me into Sweet 16s a couple times. So it was like, hey, why not, right? I guess.
True. Seasoned veteran. What is one of your most memorable life lessons from the Sweet 16s?
Ooh, that's a good question. It was the idea of working as a group and the disciplinary lessons that were taught. You know, in any Sweet 16, there was never just one or two of us. There was always big groups of us. So we had to figure out how to work together as a group, no matter who you liked, who you didn't like, if you had street beef. And that's one thing that I was able to see from the outside. You know, I didn't grow up like a lot of my cousins or a lot of my you know, siblings or whatever, where I had beef with people. Like, I learned about beef with people during Sweet 16s.
Right.
I didn't literally like live in another section of the city from somebody and not like them because of that. You know, sometimes when we was doing Sweet 16s or whatever the case was, that was the case. You know, it was groups of kids growing up who, because of what the streets is teaching them or because of what they're learning from other people, they didn't like each other.
Right.
You know? But
that's simple.
It was that simple. But now we somehow gotta work together. We gotta learn the dances and stand next to each other possibly. And that's right. Because of our cousin. So we gotta leave all that shit outside and just make it happen. Make it happen.
That's right. And that's one of the reasons. Go ahead.
I was gonna say that's one of the biggest things I learned from it, because we had to work as a group, and you would hold us accountable for not working as a group. You know, it was like, oh, 3 of y'all want to talk in the corner. Everybody put your hands up. Now we standing there like this, we're all on fire for an hour because these 3 want to talk. Like, so it was like we had to learn how to work together as a group.
Yes. That was one of the things that I knew. What is it? 2 things. One, if all of you have a common enemy, then you're not mad at each other. Y'all all mad at that common enemy. If I got to be the common enemy, I'm going to be the common enemy.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's going to make y'all stop beefing with each other and not like the discipline. All right, no problem.
Yep.
Then the other part of it was, I don't care where you're from. I don't care who you don't like. I don't care what it is that you have placed in your head that you cannot do because of who's a part of it. Brooklyn versus Bronx, XY. You know what I'm saying? All this foolishness. Y'all going to work together.
Yeah.
And you're going to see that once you finish working together, everything else was stupid.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was foolish.
Yep. Yep. Exactly. Exactly. And I think it helped make a lot of relationships that probably wouldn't have existed if we didn't cross paths. That I think the only other thing that creates those kind of relationships is sports. You know, kids get together, all together, and it's like if these weren't paths that some of us would have taken, we would have never seen these. We would have never seen it. And maybe 20 years from now, we would see somebody who we didn't like because they grew up in Brooklyn and still wouldn't like them. You know,
Right.
so because of how we were able to come together, and Brooklyn kids that have to go to the Bronx for practice, or Bronx kids had to go to Brooklyn or whatever it was.
Yep.
Out because it was all for the common goal of whoever's cousin it was or whoever's Sweet 16 it was. We was there for them.
Yes, exactly.
Happy for them. And you taught us that. Maybe not. I don't even think you did that purposely. You just did it because it was what it entailed. What was necessary. And it turned out being a big help for a lot of us. So definitely, that was my biggest take from everything.
What's up? That's what's up. I love that. Those who have been in it know that there's contracts and all of that stuff. Those who have not, they don't know. You know what I mean? And then the other part of it, some of this, what is it? Some people think that this is new, or that I've been throwing out my philosophies from now. And in reality, this has been you guys had gotten the bread and butter of it. Yeah. You guys know life lessons. You guys know, you know what I'm saying, what it was and what it took to make this stuff happen. Yeah. And the fact that I've been saying these things for years. Yeah. Years. I've been talking for years.
Whole life. Mercy. I've been hearing lessons from you almost as long as I've been hearing lessons from my parents. You know that?
Hey.
Because your parents don't really think, life lesson wise until you get your teenage years. And I'm you all my teenage years. So it winds up being about the same. But it's a lot of little stuff that we don't realize goes a long way. Something that a lot of people might not know is you were a manager of Xcstacy at the time, along with myself. And we bumped heads.
Yes, we did.
Heads. That was the first time I could ever say we bumped heads, seriously, because it was I was used to doing things my way. You was trying to get me into understanding the bigger picture. And at the time, not that I didn't understand the bigger picture, but, I was kind of I was looking at short-term stuff. All right, we did this week. What are we going to do the next month? When you was where I want y'all to be in 5 years? And there was a lot of those conversations that we had that was where I learned, I learned a lot of how you work, kind of how your mental works, how you think about helping people, helping them get to their full potential without you having to do all the work for them. And on my side, it was, I gotta do this and do that and do this and do that and feed this person and do this. And you're like, why don't you just delegate some of that work to people who work with you so that all of you can make it work together? So that there was so many things I learned at that little time. I mean, it was a couple years, right? It was only 2 years or something like that.
It was about 2 years.
Yeah, but it was a lot in those 2 years because it was a time of self-reflection for me. I learned a lot about myself, because I thought I knew how to do everything. I thought I knew I had all the answers. I knew which way to. And I was it made me quickly realize that there was still a lot I had to learn. And a lot that I had to observe sometimes to be able to pick up. So that was an important time for me.
I hear you, and for me, I mean, still, and this is what life is about. And everybody out there listening, you're not gonna life lessons and learning ends the day that you're taken off of this planet. That's when it ends. Yep. That is when it ends. Yep. And even for me, I'm learning stuff now. Stuff now, and I've let go of the fear of failure because you can never really fail. You can only learn.
That's
true. The only time you fail is if you stop trying. That's it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So just the fact of everything, you just got to keep learning. You just got to keep going. You just got to keep learning, keep going, and keep growing. That's a big thing for me, man. That's a big thing. Even then, even managing a band, like I was learning some stuff as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I could see where I wanted you guys to go and where I wanted you guys to be. Yo, I still, what you call it? Summer Stage, man. That was one of the biggest highlights, man.
Listen,
Summer Stage was one of the biggest highlights.
I always tell the fellas, I never give you enough credit because I've never been able to do it again. Like I've been trying. I email Summer Stage every year. Like, we did this in 2011. We generated this amount of people. We had this, and this was this. Please give us one more time because we're so much better now. If we get on Summer Stage right now, we shut it down. I don't care.
Yes. Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. It's very true.
In my bed, and I have kind of confidence in what we do musically that it's gonna be one of the best shows anybody has ever seen. But they are so, you know, I remember you told me at the time, you have to know the right people at the right time. And that's just what it was for us at the time, you know. So it's been tough, man. But that was incredible, and you don't get enough credit for that. I always say that. I always say that.
Thank you.
That was.
All right, I'm put into the universe. It's gonna happen again. There you go. There you go.
Somehow.
Gonna happen again. Even Junior say he wants it to happen again. That's right. All right, we got it, Icy. We got it. We're gonna make it happen again. So, okay, continue talking about Xcstacy, right? I want accomplishments. What have you guys accomplished, and what are your future goals?
Hey, quick question. You ever thought about having a Quince, Sweet 16, or you're planning one for your child? I know you're probably talking to family members, or you're watching YouTube, right? But the process is still overwhelming. Okay, so my name is Mariano Martinez, and over the past 20 years, I've been doing memorable Quinces and Sweet 16s for all of my clients. I've been able to make their court members, chambelanes, look like professional dancers, even if they weren't. And I've been able to take the stress away from all of my clients. Thank you, JDoveProductions. Now, I just created a quick case study video about this whole process. If you want the video, click the link below, put in your best email, and I'll send that right over to you. Looking forward to talking to you. Y por supuesto que sí, también hablamos español.
All right. There were a couple years, probably 2015. It was one of them. 2013 was another. 2011 was a big one too. Performance-wise, we were top 2 or top 3 at performances in New York as far as bands in New York. Our album X Factor is approaching 200,000 streams worldwide.
Yes. Okay.
Shout out to Don Julian. I'm still, you know, baffled at what happened with his page, but
yes,
I was single Bunabo when it was on Don Julian's page before it got taken off, and I used to look at the stats weekly just to make sure the numbers wasn't
the number. Yeah, right.
It was at 650,000 worldwide plays on YouTube.
Wow.
So if we include YouTube, if we include the streaming sites now with Bunabo, and if we include SoundCloud, it was up to about 750,000 plays. So we probably would have reached 1 million plays by the end of this year. Yeah, without that. Now, and again, I always say, you know, I always tell other artists, sometimes we just need an avenue. Don Julian was that avenue. You know, it was thousands. There were thousands of music.
He really was. Yeah.
On his page,
yeah.
Not thousands. And that, and the work that he put in to put that music up, it is probably, he probably won't. I mean, I don't know how you get that motivation to even do that again. You know, I don't know if he will, because it's a lot of hours.
And it's crazy because that page was not monetized, so he was not getting nothing. He was doing it for the love.
Nothing. And I tell you what, a lot of people who thought that it was being monetized.
Yeah.
And that's probably that's what the issue was. You know, they're like, oh, if I can put up 2 videos on YouTube, get a couple commercials, and make some money off of it, imagine how much he's making. That was people thinking.
That was right.
That's what it was. You know.
And he knew how to do that, but that's not what he was doing. That wasn't his purpose, and that wasn't his intent.
No. And you know, I've spoken to Don Julian plenty of time over the years. He is a very humble guy who just has an absolute immense love for Garifuna music. You know, he's been in this for over 30 years, and there's not a lot of OGs that will sacrifice all of their time to do what he was doing.
Right.
You know,
right.
I give him a tons of respect for that. So again, before his page got taken down, we had like 660,000 plays on the YouTube. So it was, you know, that, and that's as far as numbers wise, streaming wise, performances, things like that. You know, we're working on a couple merchandise ideas, get our merchandise out there. The international
I'm sorry to cut you off. You know, I was supposed to be wearing my Xcstacy, you know what I'm saying, paraphernalia right now.
Yeah.
But it's a sweater. And it's like, what, 89, 90 degrees outside?
You tell people that you're going to go put a sweater on, because they would have laughed at you if you would have had a hoodie on. It's 92. I don't know why.
Listen, I'm all about promoting, babe. I'm all about promoting, man. All about promoting. You know what I'm saying?
Too, but if I'm sweating bullets, the promotion going to have to wait. I'm just saying. I'm just letting you know. I ain't going to be wearing no hoodie if it's 90 degrees outside. That's just me. So that's what I say. But I appreciate you.
Got you. No doubt, man. No doubt. But yeah, y'all doing your thing, man. So, okay. Future projections continue.
Yeah.
You talked about the merch.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Just, you know, bigger stages. We want to keep doing things that either have been done before, or haven't been done before. You know, we did the whole New York City Marathon route a couple years.
Yeah, man. That was fire also, man.
Yeah. I'm planning on bringing that back at some point. It doesn't take too much to organize, but, you know, I feel bad for my percussionists. You know, my conga players got to play congas in 30 degrees weather. So that's not fun. You know, so, but it was cool. Dope. We got some dope footage from them days for being on the route of the New York City Marathon, and you got the dancers coming over from all kind of countries and dancing Punta Rock.
Dancing Punta, that's right. Yeah, man. That was a big one. Everybody, fun. That's a big one, man. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. You can do that again, man. You got to do that again.
Yeah, for sure. And then, you know, yesterday, if you guys who follow us, if you were able to see, we did a video shoot to our recent release with Socia and with Ron. So definitely more videos. We've always talked within the fellas, like, you know, we got to focus more on the visuals. That's definitely coming. We got some things in plan. Another album coming out either end of this year, beginning of next year, depending on how this whole COVID thing works out. Because, you know, you definitely need performances to promote your stuff. So with us not perform unless it's online, it's like, how much do you really want to put music out? You know, so and again, just up the ante as far as the stages. Do bigger events, more. You know, I miss dinner dances. I want to do some dinner dances. Everybody throwing a tux, ladies put on some beautiful gowns, come out, you know, eat some buffet style food or some, you know, four course menu where you can start with a salad, you go to the appetizer, then you go to the entree.
Okay, then. Broke it down. Yo, facts.
I miss the dinner dances. So, you know, we definitely will put some of those together.
Definitely.
And we just need bigger events for the community, man. We need to up the ante, you know.
Big time.
I never have ever tried to shit on anybody because I know where we started. I know where we came from. You know, we spent 2 or 3 years performing for free in Templo, in Maximo's, in Best Party. But I know what that's like.
Yeah, man.
Take that away from anybody. But
right.
Community, we have the potential to do bigger, grander events. You know, where we want people to come out and support from other communities. If everybody's dressed up, somebody who's not Garifuna is gonna come.
They're gonna come. Big time. And we now have the reach.
Yes.
The network to be able to do that. We have the reach in the network to be able to do that.
Yep.
So that's in the works. Jefflin wants to know if there's any mentoring for upcoming bands.
Oh, definitely. That just comes naturally. I don't even think you have to ask for that. I think just off support, Dynasty is our little brothers. You know, they came up under us. I was laughing the other day because I saw a picture of the Wakopo video shoot, and I realized young Ron look in the shoot.
Yo,
I was like, oh my God.
I was looking at all those pictures because, you know, we took a lot of those pictures. JDove took a lot of those pictures.
Yes.
So I was looking at them and I was like, whoa. He's even in the shot in the video, he's on the side of DJ. I still call him LOL. Yeah. Leo Lib, right? He's right next to Leo. He's on the side. He's this slim.
Yeah.
Like, wow. He looked like he was 11 or 12. I don't know.
Yeah. So there's a lot of guys coming up who, and it's beautiful to see. You see, there's a couple guys at one of the Central American parades playing percussion. You know, I think a couple of them were playing drums. I forget exactly what year. I don't think it was this past year. It was the year before. And I was just sitting there, wow, like, oh my God, these kids are like 12. You know. So you see the mentorship is like I said, it's not something that needs to be asked for. It just happens. You know, these guys, you know, between whether it's us, whether it's Gifted, whether it's GX, you know, some of these kids reach out to Kev for ideas because Kev is, you know, for sure one of the most consistent producers in our community.
Yep. In our community.
Our music probably every week. I mean, Kev is so consistent. And you got kids that hit him up all the time asking him for advice, you know, whether it's recording, whether it's, you know, how to arrange certain songs or whatever it is. So I think, you know, well, now that answers Jeff's question, I guess. But, you know, I think the mentorship just happens. You know, it's just going to continue to happen. So. Got
you. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. All right. Ooh, okay. What is something you would like to see JDoveProductions do or be a part of in the very near future?
Bunch of things, couple things actually.
You have. Go ahead. I'm listening. All right, go.
Get the merch in multiple. Y'all should be doing the choreography for all the videos in the community. I saw you was on set for Little Junes. I saw that. That is, listen, man. I've been thinking that's you guys should have been at for years. Choreography for the music videos that come out of the community. You will be involved whenever we do dinner dances or any of that stuff. You be involved.
Big time. Got you.
We got to even talk about that because we've been talking about that. So, you know, I think more kids just need to know, if they don't know already, you know, spreading the word. These events at the parks, I remember, and I know it takes a lot on your part too. It's a lot of work. And I remember for a while, we used to just pop up at parties and pop up at parks and do performances, you know?
Yeah.
So that's how you get it out there. And, you know, like I said, you can't choreograph every single dance that comes out of JDove, but there's kids coming up to you that can.
Correct.
So
correct.
Pop up at, I don't know, Katona Park or Claremont Park or whatever on a random Saturday when people just chilling out, hanging out. You know, had the DJ play our tunes. You know, ask for the support, sell some merchandise. That's it. That's how you promote. You know, but I would like to see you guys just more around because it still bewilders me sometimes when I speak to people and they don't know about you guys. You know, they're like, oh, JDove.
Yeah. I've noticed that, especially like in a sense, a lot of the new generation, and even there's people that don't know that JDoveProductions is within the community, outside the community, whatever, but that there's a choreographer that does Sweet 16s and weddings. Like, they don't know. There's people that don't know. And I'm like, wow. So that just says to me, I need to hit the streets again, promoting and doing all this stuff like that. Yeah. Because I thought it was just, you know what I'm saying, riding the wave. But I also realized, like, there's certain things, or no, how does it go? Even when you're promoting, like, for example, as I'm selling the Check One shirts and the Check One sweaters, there's people, I put that sucker up, like the promo videos and all of that stuff up so many different times, but there's people still like, yo, I never saw that.
Yeah.
Or, you know, I didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know it was you selling it. I need to get need to get my Check One, this and all this other stuff. And I'm like, wow, like, as many times as it's been out there, there's still something that it didn't get to. Yeah. So this is one of the reasons why I'm like, and whenever I talk to people, and they're like, yo, you think I'm promoting too much? You think I'm doing too much? And I'm like, does McDonald's care that it interrupts every show that you're watching?
Not at all.
10 times?
Not at all.
They don't care. They're going to promote. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you got to do. And that's what I got to do. And that's what we got to do. Just continue promoting our stuff. Continue promoting our stuff. Continue promoting our stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because we got it. We can do it. We can make it happen.
Yep.
So no, definitely, man. So you
Definitely.
got pop ups, sell merch, videos.
Oh yeah.
The park.
Yeah,
Okay.
man. I'm telling you, pop up at the park, man. And you know, and branding is everything. Branding is everything. Yeah, your check one shirts and the sweatshirts are amazing. They always have been. I've always loved them since you first showed me the idea. You know, and
Thank you.
they
Thank
move, man. They are beautiful to see, and we need more of it. And the best thing for me is when I got a check one hoodie on, and I get like a Dominican or somebody like they reading the hoodie like,
you. Mm-hmm.
what is that? And you take
Mm-hmm.
5 minutes out of your time and you explain what your coach is, and
You
that's it.
explain what your coach is.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah,
You explain what your coach is.
yeah. Well,
Yep. Got you.
definitely.
Like, that's what's up, man. Definitely. I'm definitely pushing that more. And there's some other stuff coming in the works and all of that.
Okay.
Things that I want to plug really quickly. We're going to be doing the next, I don't even have the thing with me. So the next flyer, the next promotional flyer, formal gowns, Sweet 16, weddings, promotional flyer is going to be August 19th.
Okay.
We got the photographer set up, which is going to be Q's Views. We got Patricia Gutierrez. She's going to be the makeup artist. Okay. Now, what I'm searching for are some models, teenagers. If they are interested, if you guys know any who want to be a part of it, we're already getting the gowns. We're getting all of the outfits, the guys stuff, everything we're going to have. So DM us. Okay. All right, you can either DM us on Instagram at JDoveProductions, or you can DM us on Facebook at JDoveProductions. All right, so send those DMs. All right, you know anybody who's going to be in it. We already got Najima that's going to be in it. Another girl who's working as an intern, Helen. Yeah, there's a couple of people going to be in it already, man. Yeah, so I know that John is out there, so hit us up, man. Yes. All right, so where am I? I'm gonna throw out some words.
Okay.
Right? And you are going to just spit out whatever comes to mind when I throw out these words. Cool.
To be rated PG. Yeah, I'm
it's rated PG. It is. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me add one more. All right, fam.
So let me guess, you're a dancer struggling, trying to find a way to make money, make a consistent income. You're tired of the old ways of just having an audition and then on Monday through Friday, you're trying to figure out how you're going to make money. Well, this ebook is for you. I created an ebook called Money Strategies for Dancing Choreographers. This ebook is for you. It breaks down everything on how I've been able to make an income, sustainable income as a dancer, as a choreographer, and now employing other dancing choreographers and teaching them how to do the same. And no, it does not matter what style of dance you use. You can get this ebook and it'll maximize and teach you how to maximize what your style is. And there's a couple of other links in there as well that are going to allow you to maximize your money and your potential even more. Click the link, get the ebook, see you on the inside. It's our time now.
For me, it's everything. That's simple. For me, it's everything. It's what drives me every day. It's what keeps me motivated. It's what keeps me moving. It's what, has me thinking and contemplating about the next step. So family to me is everything.
Copy. Good. All right. Culture.
Garifuna. I guess that's a simple way to put it. But that's the first. But if it's, any more than that, everybody has a culture that they come from. Everybody kind of routes to any place that's not where you're originally from. You have a culture. You have a deep one. Culture involves language. Culture involves customs. Culture involves how you dress or how the people back home dress. Food. That's to me is culture. I listen to Garifuna music probably 80% of the week. And if you don't believe me, ask my fiance. She's probably annoyed at this point, but that's not the point. So I love my culture, and you know what I'm saying. That's for me. That's everything. So culture is important. Culture is important for everybody.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. I love that. I love the fact that you put in the Garifuna culture, of course, because we gotta big up who we are and what we do.
Yeah.
But definitely, man, this is something that, you know, something that supposedly was supposed to die out in the 1600s. And here we are, 2020, and we're still here. And we're still here, man.
Yep.
Don't even know. Woo.
Yeah,
All right.
We're going to keep this as far as JDove, because if we get into like cultural, political stuff, I'll curse somebody out on here. All right. But like you said, we're not supposed to have a culture, pretty much.
Right.
Nobody is.
Yeah, we're supposed to be.
As our skin color on this world is supposed to have a culture. Period.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that we have ours and we have everything about it, the language, the food, the customs, the dance, the spirituality, it's so deep that we should never, ever, you know, even allow it to be manipulated, allow it to be jeopardized, and allow it to be taken away, because, you know, it is who we are. It is who we are.
That's right. That's one of the main things. And of course, you know, I have an affinity towards my direct culture and you guys, you know what I'm saying, as the youth. And that's one thing that I always wanted you guys to know and to keep in mind. You all have something to be proud of.
Yeah.
You all have something to be proud of.
Yep.
We all have something to be proud of. You know, and it's we're here. Yeah, we're here in a place that tries to strip us of everything that we are, so that they can make us do whatever it is that they want us to do. That's really what it is. And then, mind you, strip us of who we are, what we have, so that they can go use it and take it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the only reason that they do that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's like they're gonna make what we have look like garbage, so that we can put it to the side to go after what they're throwing in our face. But then they going back home and buying our properties and trying to kill us, as far as, you know what I'm saying, the culture and all that stuff like that, because they want what we already have.
Exactly. And it's not natural for them. For us, it is who we are. It's in our blood. But for them, they have to find a way to manipulate it, to take it and use it. Because they're not part of who they are. It's not what they are.
Exactly.
You know? It's not what makes you. So because it doesn't.
Yeah, so the next one, self-respect. And I want to go in and answer some questions. I think some people got some questions for us.
Okay.
So y'all can start dropping questions in there too. I will go in and answer that. We got another 15 minutes. Go ahead, sir. Self-respect.
Self-respect comes first from self-awareness. Knowing who you are, knowing how you work, knowing how your brain works, how you program, how you process information, how you react, how your emotions work. I'm gonna say it again, how your emotions work. You know, we don't get enough emotional advice, emotional maturity as men, as black men in America, as black men, period, in the world.
Yes. But not here. I think African cultures still have some stuff locked down.
Okay.
Not here. Continue.
Yeah, so it's more in America. So, you know, understanding how our emotions work, understanding how to treat them, and how to analyze them, how to react to certain situations, how to react to, you know, stuff with our significant others, stuff with our kids, with our mothers, you know, our sisters, our aunts, you know, and also how to be emotional around other men. You know, we got to sit there. Now, I ain't crying, I'm good, just because there's a bunch of dudes around. You know, if there's something that's bringing tears to your eyes, you let that out, because you're going to hold that in, and you're going to keep holding it in. And then when you blow up, you're going to be on the news.
Man, we're going to need another hour. Listen,
there's no
you're right.
Emotions in. It's none. So
you're right.
People to learn. It's important for people to learn.
You're right. And you're right.
You know, I'm 32 now. Like you said, we learn every day. But that took me a while to learn. I was, you know, I was like that too. Everybody learns at their own pace, and I thought it wasn't okay for a man to cry. It wasn't okay for a man to show emotions. For a man to be like, you know what, this really hurt me, and let me tell you why. Let me explain to you why. You know, we have to learn as men. That takes time, but we got to learn it for ourselves. And that self-respect that you will have from yourself, when you're self-aware and you know who you are and how you work, that's when you'll have that self-respect. You know,
that's very true, man. That's something that's very true, and that's another thing that, again, and I always look at a lot of the stuff as setups.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's a setup.
Yeah,
we're being set up to act a certain way,
yep,
to talk a certain way, to do things a certain way, so that when the things come at us, then we react a certain way.
Yeah. Yep.
And then we end up in modern day slavery, which is the prison system, so that they can work us for a third of minimum wage.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep.
It's all a setup. It's all a setup. And I say that all the time. And that's another thing that I knew with you guys, how to recognize those setups, or how to know that you guys are being set up, that we're being set up,
mm-hmm.
and to give you the tools that you're going to need to not get trapped in that setup.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To not get caught in the setup. Yeah. Yep. That's one of the things. And like, this is one of the reasons why, like I always said, like, had I moved in and approached everything from, and I have a bachelor's degree in psychology, what would have happened would have been a whole different thing. And it would have been a negative thing.
Yeah.
Because for me, that's not what's important. Mm-hmm. For me, it's important that you guys be filled with self-esteem, that you guys be filled with knowing who you are, so that you can have self-respect.
Yeah.
So that you can have, you know what I'm saying, self-love, so that you can love somebody else.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it was always that. It was always, let me move in. Nobody needs to know, you know what I'm saying, mm-hmm. that I have a degree. For what? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let me just rehearse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's just
dance.
Let's just dance.
Yeah. Yeah.
But every rehearsal, there was some type of life lesson.
Yeah.
Had to.
I mean, I was in enough where I can say that I am a testament. He is not lying, ladies and gentlemen. There was a lesson in every rehearsal, and I was at least 165 rehearsals. Right? So I know.
More than that.
Oh, yeah.
More.
Listen, if I was ridiculous, it was ridiculous. I made a joke today. I said the amount of money that I spent, well, not me, but my mother spent on tuxedos, transportation, and food, I probably could have bought me a car. I'd bought me a car.
You could have bought a car. Because it was like 21 rehearsals, for example, 21 Sweet 16s.
Yeah.
At what, $150 a suit?
A suit.
Plus transportation, plus food.
Yeah.
Every weekend for at least 16 weeks.
I would have bought me a car. My car would have been fly. I'd get up and all that. Yeah, man. Yep. But hey, man, listen, I would have traded for the world. I would have traded the experiences for the world. You know? Not the relationships I made, the people I got close to, the people I've grown up with. You know, Leo is my brother. Leo is, you know, one of the closest people in the world to me. And I met that man through a Sweet 16. So, you know, that's a relationship I would never have if this didn't happen. I'm thankful.
Facts. I told you, like before, and I always say it, if I had to do it all over again, I would do everything exactly the same. Everything. Every rehearsal, every argument, everybody who tried to get on my nerves.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Jays. They know who they are.
God, man, listen.
Was Justin, Jamel, who's the other one? Japheth. There go to three. Right. 3 J's. And you got to add in Brandon.
Yeah.
All of them. Yeah. All of them. But look at them now, yo. And I love where they are now. The rest of them, I can't even wait to you know what I'm saying, interview everybody else. I just love where everybody's at now, man.
Yeah.
Yo, thankful to you too, Chubbs. All right, so we got 3 more. Children, before we go into questions, we're gonna have to run over time. Children.
The future. What we need to mold and what we need to guide in the right direction. Those of you who do follow me closely, I've now, I've been a dad now for 2 years. Those of you who don't, I've been a dad now for 2 years. It's a different world when a child is in your everyday life. It's a different world. It's a different world. And I'm able to look around and see other people parenting and take some things and use them at home and take some things and don't use them at home. How we talk to our kids, how we interact with our kids, how we, help our kids, how we're willing to give them the time of the day, the attention that they take and the attention that it requires to raise a child is unbelievable, but it's something that everybody eventually will do. Everybody gonna have kids. Everybody either has kids or will have kids. And it's important to let them grow up to be them, but just give them the right, the right path. Everybody don't be their own person.
Right.
Their own person, but you want to give them the right path, the right tools to successfully become that person, in the best environment as possible. So, I think that's the most important thing. You have the patience of a God because you have dealt with kids for all of your life. I say the same thing about teachers, grade school, elementary school teachers. I mean, now with everybody being home during the pandemic, we know you guys are heroes. All right. So, so all the guidance counselors, anybody who works with kids, you guys are amazing because it takes a different level of patience and understanding to be able to do these jobs successfully. And there's a lot of people who don't do them successfully. People just go to school, teach a class substitute just to get a paycheck. Some people do it, and I wish that we all wish that wasn't the case, but unfortunately that is. And those who truly, genuinely love their jobs, you get my hats off 1,000 times. 1,000 times. So that's my long-winded answer.
Thank you. Thank you. No. And I get it. Now, that's one of the things that I don't like. I always feel like, and again, everybody, you have to do what you love. That's what's going to make you happy. You have to do what you love.
Yep.
We cannot. And that's another thing. They've taught us that we have to go to school to get a piece of paper that for something that some of us can do naturally. This is one of the reasons why I knew that my degree, and of course I did learn, you know what I'm saying? I learned a lot in undergrad, but I knew that my degree would be something that I would need to at least say I'm legit in what I'm doing. So, okay, I'm going to go get that.
Yeah.
God gave me the talents that I have.
Yep.
God gave me my abilities.
Yep.
And there's people out there, people on here who have tremendous skills. We all have skills, man. We all have skills. And this is why I always wanted all of you guys to be you.
Yes.
Don't be me. Don't be the person next to you. Be you.
Yeah.
Be you.
Yep.
Be you.
Yep.
2 more. All right. Millionaire mindset.
Multiple streams of income. I think I believe, I forget who it was that said it, you need at least 7 streams of income.
Warren Buffett.
Yeah. Work your day job to work your dream. Don't go to work for look, I work 12 hours. Some people work 8, some people work 16. Whatever other time you have, take that to work on your dream, on what you want to do, on how you want to make money. Because that's what's going to make you happy at the end of the day. We all know too many people who are getting close to retirement or hold on to jobs for 30 years because of the benefits, just because they don't want to take that risk and try to work on themselves anymore because to them, they've been already doing it for so long,
Right.
Nobody wants to really live like that. You always want to try to do what you want to do, make money how you want to make money, how that makes you happy.
Yep.
So, that might make everybody a millionaire. That might make you 100,000 there. That's fine. That's okay.
That's fine. And yeah. And that's the other part. Like, you have to be happy with your, like, you set your own level of achievement.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You set your own level. You set your own bar. You set your own level of achievement.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So what could be my full achievement and what it is that I want to aspire to could be different from somebody else.
Yeah.
But as long as I'm happy doing what I'm doing, then I've reached success.
Yep. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I've reached success. Somebody else is happy doing what they're doing, and they're fully happy. They've reached success.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's not one time that even going to the rehearsals, you're not going to hear me complain. There's no time I'm going to go teach a class that you're going to hear me complain. I love doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to complain. And if I'm going to complain, then I'm going to stop doing what I'm doing.
There you go. That's it.
I'm in charge.
There you go.
I'm in charge.
Yeah.
You know? Yep. Fulfill your purpose. Correct. Yep. And like, what else? I forgot. I just lost my train of thought. But that's one of my main things. Yes, that's what it was. A lot of people don't know, but I stopped working a full-time job in 2007.
Mm-hmm.
I stopped working a full-time job in 2007. Everything that I do has to do with JDoveProductions. Yep. I've now been able to tie JDoveProductions into the school systems. Mm-hmm. I've been able to, you know what I'm saying, still doing the Sweet 16, the Quinceañeras, the weddings, you know what I mean? But everything has to do with dance and choreography and empowerment. Yeah. Everything that I do, because that's what my life is meant for. So that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do.
Very. And you still
two more.
Everybody else parties and events, dancing and moonwalking and doing a break dance move in the as soon as you walk in. You still do it to this day. I've seen it for 20 years now, and you still do it. So listen, man, I give you credit because you want to talk about
listen.
There you go.
If the music is on, I'm doing it. Dancing. It's gonna just pull me through. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure.
Should I throw in BBQs? Should I throw in that? Should I throw in BBQs? No. We're gonna leave that for another one. We're gonna leave that. We're gonna leave BBQ alone.
Nah, leave that alone. We're not doing that, man. That's crazy. You gonna bring that up? That's crazy.
Okay. Love. You mentioned your fiance. Love.
Wow, this can go far. Love equals happiness. Love equals happiness. Love what you do. Love who you with. You know, there's so many different type of ways to love. There's so many different type of ways to learn how to love. Love yourself first.
Oh yeah.
That's the most important. You know, you're able to love yourself. You will be surprised how much you can love another person, another thing. You know, but to me, love has been one of the most important things in my life the last couple of years. Obviously, I mean, anybody who follows me can obviously tell. It's funny to me when I see a lot of my cousins. They're like, you know, you look like you're glowing sometimes when you come around. I'm glowing. I'm like, I'm not pregnant. What's wrong with you? Like, you know, but you know, you get the feedback. People around you can see when you're in a good space.
Yes.
People can tell.
Yes.
And that's how I felt like that for a while now. You know, so it's just important. But I will always go back and say self-love is the first thing. You love yourself, you can conquer the world. You conquer the world.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I completely agree with that, man. I completely agree. That's one of the things big for me.
Hey, quick question. Are you a decision maker in the school systems? You work for a nonprofit or a youth organization, and you're looking to either revamp your dance program or add one, and maybe your curriculum needs better culminated events, better outcomes, better deliverables? My name is Mariano Martinez. For the past 20 years, I've been using dance as a youth empowerment tool. I've been able to remove youth from gangs, prevent suicide, increase self-esteem, as well as encourage entrepreneurship. I did a full case study video on how I've been able to do this. All you have to do is click the link, and I'll see you inside. Y por supuesto, también hablamos español.
One thing I need y'all to do that I will say, and this is everybody in Xcstacy, I need to promote more, man. Promote more. Promote your CC. Promote more. You guys have to promote more. You got to promote, like, basically all of your accomplishments. Because everything that you're telling me, like, I didn't even know.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know. Like, I guess I would have to search. But if you guys start posting those things, Yeah, that's what it's about. And that's one thing that even for me has been somewhat of an issue because I had to learn to basically step out of my own way and promote and do different things, even ask for help. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the biggest things that I had to learn to do. But definitely be not afraid to promote what you're doing and promote your accomplishments and promote what it is that, you know, basically where you've come from to where you are now.
Okay.
Yeah. Everybody needs to do that. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So
I would just say,
go.
We got any questions now?
Nah, no questions right now.
All right. So I just want to thank you. I think I don't know. I know a lot of people saw the video that you put up with the connections from all of us in them without a mustache or missing teeth or whatever it was, really in our Sweet 16 days till now. You know, adults perform. You know, for those of you who are artists performing, those doing their own clothing lines, those doing their own dance. You know, dance companies. It's just amazing to see where everybody's at. So you know, I'm not gonna get into specifics about who's doing what because A, that's what you're here for. That's what you're gonna do this whole phase 2 thing about. B,
yes, sir. Phase 2.
There's a lot of us. So I just, you know, again, I always give you your kudos and I always will. You know, I told sometimes I said something recently where it was like you can have a mentor for a month, 2 months. Somebody could come in and out of your life. Maybe it's maybe an older person you meet at a job. For example, I had someone who I only knew for 2 years. I worked with him 21. I worked at an operations center with him. I used to come to work drunk. He would let me go sleep in his car. But me and him and one other guy were the only black men at the company. And some of the lessons that man taught me, may God rest his soul, he passed away last year from a heart transplant. He had heart failure, excuse me. He had to wait for a heart transplant a long time. His heart didn't hold up. You know, he passed away.
My condolences.
Yeah. So some of the things he taught me, I will never forget. And to me, he's one of the mentors of my life, and I only knew him for 2 years. You know, I give him a lot of credit for that. So, again, thank you for always being there for us. And for those of you who are younger, who are just coming up with Junie, if you don't know by now, and I'm sure he said this already, but if you ever need to ask anybody a question about anything, his door is always open. His line's always open. He will always return a text, return a phone call, WhatsApp, whatever it is. That's just how he's wired. So for those of you who don't know, now you know. So that's just that's my last kind of point about what you've been doing. Thank you for making the connection because some of us don't think about it until it's in our face, you know. And it's dope. So we appreciate you for sure.
No, likewise, man. Likewise. Like I always say, you know, you can have a teacher is no good without any students. You know what I'm saying? You're saying, you know, those kind of things. So I always, again, like I say, I thank you guys for even trusting me to be able to do this. You know what I'm saying? You know, just being in your lives and just even from the Sweet 16s and, you know, the lessons from that and just kind of, there were many who did not get it then who are now like, you know, hitting me up like, yo, Junie, yo, my bad. I didn't know. Like,
yeah.
Like, I get it now. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get it then, but I get it now. I'm like, yo, it's all good. And this is why, you know, some people will be like, yo, I don't know how you can still speak to X, Y, and Z or how you can, you know what I'm saying? Don't you remember what they said? I don't care. I don't care because that's not what it was about. And I can understand where they were at that time in their life. Yeah. So it's not, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing personal. Yeah. It's nothing personal. As long as they get it now, that's it. That's it. As long as they're in a great place, that's it. Yeah. That's it. We need a Gunche reunion.
Oh, listen, I can't dance nothing no more. My knees, I will tear an ACL if I try to dance. I'm letting y'all know right now. All right, so don't put me in no dance because I'm tearing the ACL. I'm just letting y'all know. I'm putting it out there. All right.
Oh man, yo, we need a Gunche reunion. Was it Jefflin, Teresita, Daisy, Teeny,
yep,
you,
Winston,
and it's the optional between I forgot the first guy's name and leaving. So those or 8 of us.
Yeah.
It was John and Living. Those
Oh
are
yeah,
two.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
John, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So you said as far as like pages where they can find us?
Yes. Where can they find you? Like, I've learned to be patient. You know what I'm saying? Like from you, I learned patience. I've also learned that there were certain things that I might have needed to do differently.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Even my approach sometimes, because that's one of the other things I think and I feel had us kind of clash with Xcstacy and managing Xcstacy. It was the fact that I saw you as a peer, but did not treat you as one. You know what I'm saying? I think I still treated you as my mentee. And that was one of the things that like, and also me wanting the best for the group and wanting the best for you, but trying to push that as opposed to letting you guys see it in a sense yourself and then drive it there, trying to push it. It's almost like, I always give an example of a squirrel, right? A squirrel can come inside of your house and your intention would be to get that squirrel outside, you know what I'm saying, back into its natural habitat and have it be safe because you want the best for that squirrel. But if you approach that squirrel at that point that it's in your house, you know what that squirrel's going to do to you?
Yeah. Yep.
Because of fear. It's in an unknown territory.
Yep.
It's in an unknown area that it's trying to get out, doesn't know how to, and even though you're trying to help it, it's going to kick your... So, you know what I'm saying? That's one of the things that I learned where it's like, you can't push that hard.
Yeah.
You know, you can't push that hard. You might want the best for them, but you got to either, guide them and let them see it themselves or step back, you know? Yeah. I love the fact that you guys kept going and that you kept it going and that Xcstacy still exists.
I appreciate that. Yes, it ain't easy. It's a lot of dudes, a lot of egos, a lot of man vibe.
A lot of testosterone. I know.
but like I always say, we are also brothers. We're brothers first, all of us. That's what it is. It's not easy to find. It's not, because how many groups have we seen come together and break up, and guys that didn't work out and can't perform together, can't see each other in the same room, and thank God. I thank God all the time that is not our case. That's not our situation. And we're gonna keep it running until we too old to do it anymore. So that's just how it goes.
That's what it's about, man. That's what it's about. That's gonna keep you young.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's gonna keep you young. Yep. All right. So let the people know where they can find you.
Okay.
Across all platforms.
Facebook, Chris Gamboa. The band's page on Facebook. We have 2 pages now. There's one that's Grupo Xcstacy is our personal page. We are maxed at 5,000 followers, friends, whatever you want to call it. So,
yes.
Yeah, we've been maxed at 5,000 for like 3 years now. Something crazy, it's ridiculous.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So we have a fan page, Xcstacy Band. You guys can follow us there. We post anything that we've posted on a regular page. We usually normally post there too. So you're not gonna miss anything if you're not following the personal page. Follow us there. That has no limits. Fan pages or business pages have no limits on Facebook. So that can go as 5,000. Instagram, same thing, Xcstacy Band. Twitter, same thing, Xcstacy Band. YouTube, same thing. And Xcstacy is spelled XCSTACY. Because I know everybody spells Xcstacy different, and people still that know us for 20 years have still been misspelling Xcstacy. So, T-shirts. We got T-shirts.
Yes.
We're working on the hoodie line. Back out. Yes. We will have hoodies back in stock within the next couple of weeks. Contact me. My Instagram is Chris from XTV. You can contact me there if you have any questions. We also xstacyband@gmail if you looking for booking information. So you can find us all over the place with pretty much the same. It's the same name, the same lineup. And if you have any questions, any inquiries, hit us up.
Perfect. All right, y'all. Y'all heard it here first. First interview on phase 1. Phase 2, sorry. First interview on phase 2.
Yes.
There it goes.
Yes.
JDoveProductions. Where are they now? What are they up to? All right. Make sure y'all connect on Xcstacy's page. Connect to Chris. Anything that y'all want, y'all already heard where y'all find it. As far as Xcstacy. Right? We're going to take y'all out.
Last couple things before I go.
Go.
Punta Peyton Pour Part 2, August 30th. If you haven't seen the flyer, that is from Gotti Mommy.
Yes, Gotti Mommy. Gotti
Yes.
Mommy. Shout out to Gotti Mommy, man.
Yes.
Cannot wait for that interview.
She is doing it.
Yes.
So we have the Punta Peyton Pour Part 2 is on Eventbrite. Tickets are available. I'm pretty sure I put the link already in my IG. If not, follow Gotti Mommy on Instagram. Exactly how it sounds, Gotti Mommy. T-shirts available, GottiMommy.com.
Yes.
And also, Xcstacy will have a new video out within the next. I'll say within the next couple of weeks. I'm not gonna rush the guy who's doing it. So when he's ready, we'll have it. But video will be out soon.
Naomi is saying do one in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
She's been telling Karen for a while. We're gonna make that happen. We're gonna make that happen. So new music coming soon, new video out soon. Stay tuned.